知恵の魔女の影響だよな。
そうなんだよ。ああ、せっかくいい感じだったのに。遠藤くん、
お、
私たち二人で絶対に古の魔女からリゼたんを守ろうね。
ああ、二人で頑張ろう。
So this episode of Endo and Kobayashi was a really interesting episode, and although there was a lot of interesting things that happened with Lise and with Fine, and a lot of things that happened on that side of the story, I really want to take a moment and really just focus in on what the episode really highlighted for me, and that is the relationship between Endo and Kobayashi, and simply why they're just so perfect for each other, and why they actually might not work at the same time. So I found it really fascinating, really captivating, that basically the long story short of it is Endo at some point was a star baseball player, and he was very talented. It seems like he was like a pitcher, and long story short, he got a ball hit back at him, and he hit his shoulder, and it basically cracked or crushed or fractured his shoulder, basically to the point of which he's just not going to be able to play baseball, at least at the same level or same capacity that he was able to before. So basically all his dreams, I've said basically a lot, for the most part, all of his dreams have gone to the wayside, and he now needs to kind of like focus in on something different. But Kobayashi found him at a very unique time, kind of like after he had recovered a little bit, and people were really hype about him kind of being this all-star baseball player, and when is he going to come back to the team, and when are you going to do this and this and that, and they were hounding him in class, and Kobayashi basically put on said basically again, damn. She put on a cape and she saved the day, and she was like, oh no, he ain't doing that baseball shenanigans. He don't have the time. He's part of the broadcast club. So she saved him. I was like, wow, that's a cool save. And after they spent a little time together, they talked. He was like, yo, why'd you do that for? She's like, I can see you were stressing. Like, I got you. She's like, hey, if you don't want to join the broadcast club, I completely understand it. And he was like, no, like you saved me. And it came to be, it came to a place of him feeling really sorry for himself. And I think, Kobayashi recognized that. And she was like, look, maybe you don't play baseball again, but all that time you spent playing baseball, all that knowledge that you have, you could utilize that and do something different with those talents. You can go do medicine or broadcasting or be like a kind of like a sports doctor, or a coach, or there's so many other avenues if baseball is your passion. And he, at this point he felt locked away, and she unlocked the cell of his jail that he was in. You know what I mean? She said, you're free now. And he had a really emotional moment with her. And she recognized that. She was like, yo, come on, buddy. And that's kind of how their relationship started. And I think that's the moment that Endo fell in love with Kobayashi. Now, it's a beautiful love story, but at the same time, and this isn't putting her out there in a way, right? Because it could go on two ways. It's either they're going to fall even deeper in love with each other. She'll have a realization she likes him as well. And it'll be this beautiful love story, and then them saving Fine, them saving Liselotte, Lise, or whatever, them saving them is going to be something that brings them even closer as they kind of project themselves onto these characters and get some of that reciprocated back, and it'll change who they are. It could be a beautiful love story. On the flip side, this could be a non-love story, and Kobayashi could only view Endo as a friend. She could only view him as, not pitiful, but, kind of like view him as like, somebody she really cares for, but not in a romantic, in a romantic sense. He was also very open about his feelings in that moment. It's a 50-50 shot, some girls, some ladies, some women are going to be very open to that and be like, wow, he's really in tune with his emotions. He felt so comfortable with me that he was going to, he's willing to cry. The other part of the population are like, yo, he's a big puss bag. And you don't know what you're going to get. They could, on the surface level, be like, yeah, all right, buddy, hey, I got you, hug, kiss, maybe not even kiss, just hug, and some of them might be like, yo, I don't want to date that pile of tears. And the other half of them might find that really endearing. You just simply don't know. But that could really tell us, like, maybe Kobayashi only views Endo as, like, a friend, like a really close friend, like a brother or something, like a Oni-chan, we just don't know where it could go. But that's the two paths that we have in front of us. But I really find their story really endearing, like I said, and really captivating as well. And then on top of it, we have everything else that's going on in the world that they're dealing with. And we found out at the end of the episode too that there's another person who also has their same ability, and that's probably the person that's leading the teacher guy, the one that she's like, oh, he has evil powers. He's probably leading him, or maybe a variety of characters. We don't know, but he's probably doing the same thing they are with more sadistic views to another or multiple characters as well. So there's someone else out there manipulating as well. But from this episode though, like we had Fine protect the Balder guy or whatever. That Balder guy kind of like really told, basically in not so many words, told Fine that he loved her. He thought that she was amazing. I told her about his pain of like needing to potentially have to be betrothed to one of Lisei's little sisters, which are all annoying to him and their kids, and he just doesn't see them that way. So a lot of stuff that happened on that side of the pond or of the game world. But really the focus, I thought, this episode was Endo and Kobayashi specifically, and I actually really enjoyed watching that. I thought that was really cool. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought. I know I skipped over a lot of main stuff that happened in this episode, but I really wanted to hone in on the Endo and Kobayashi love story. Easy 8 out of 10 episode. Really, really good. Really solid. But let me know what you guys thought. See you guys next week for Endo and Kobayashi episode number 4. Peace.